Hey all, so I thought we'd take a look at some more chord soloing, and this is again from Bernstein. This is taken out of a solo he plays over Sandu, so it's a blues in E flat. And this lick is from the last 4 bars of the blues, so basically the 2-5, so F minor, E flat 7, then a kind of a turnaround in E flat. So this is basically the last 4 bars of the blues. So let's go right into it. It starts with this chord, which is a chord he uses quite a lot, and it's basically it's a D triad, right? A D major triad with an E flat in the bass. So the flat 9 in the bass. So we have an F sharp, D, A, and E flat. And I think of this in this context. I think about it as a sub 5 for the F, right? So we have an F minor, but instead of an F minor, Pete basically plays a B7, and then this chord kind of makes sense because if we think about it as a B7, then you just have basically a B7 sharp 9 here, right? With the D and the D sharp or the E flat. So we start with that chord, and he plays it, well, 3 times. So 1 8 notes on the first, and the fourth as well, right? Again. So the next chord is on the B flat 7, and it's just your basic B flat 7 flat 13. So if you don't know the one, it's about time. It's about time you learn it. This is a G flat, D, A flat, and a B flat. It's a very useful chord if you're playing jazz comping or chord soloing. So this is basically the B flat 7, and now Pete plays this bluesy kind of lick going back to E flat. So without the chords, the lick is just. So this is just pentatonics, right? In E flat minor pentatonic, starting with an A. So this is the sharp 11, it's out of the blues scale. And then we have an A flat. So 2 times A flat, A flat, and then G flat and E flat. But Pete kind of harmonizes this, and the way he does it is very easy, it's very simple, but it sounds great. It's kind of like the way, it's kind of McCoy inspired, McCoy tenor inspired voicings that are just basically perfect fourths. So it just plays 4 perfect fourths under each note. So if we start with the A, we have an A, E, B, and then F sharp. Now he just uses the same voicing to kind of play the whole lick. Again, slowly. Now once we go to the E flat, the shape kind of changes, right? Because we moved the string. So while this shape kind of stays the same, here the shape is a bit different, so you should make sure you change the shape you're playing. Just to give you the notes for this last chord, you have an E flat, B flat, F, and the C. So we're still playing basically perfect fourths, going down from an E flat. So I played the whole thing till now. Now after this E flat chord comes the turnaround, and Pete plays a very interesting turnaround here that I mean you could use it on any song, I guess. I mean you should also try and move it from E flats, see if you can play it in other keys as well. And what he does is basically playing a D flat instead of the E flat, right? So we land on this E flat, but Pete doesn't stay on it for very long. The next chord is already going to be D flat 7. And then it just goes chromatically, C7, B7, and then there's gonna be a B flat. So that's the 5, and that's gonna bring us back to the E flat, to the tonic. And Pete plays this over these chords. So we will hear, and now it's all off beats. Play this again a bit slower. So remember, this is all off beats, right? So I'll play it again afterwards in time, but first let me break down the notes for you. So the first chord is this D flat 7 9. So imagine if we had a D flat in the bass. It's just a D flat 7 9 13. So we have an E flat up here, B flat, F, and C flat, or a B. But you should think about it as a C flat in that case. So this is the first chord. And now kind of these 3 fingers just go down half a step. So like 1 fret down. And the top note stays the same. And this is already a C7. So if you had a C in the bass, this is a C7 13 sharp 9. So we have an E flat, A, E, and a B flat. So we had a D flat, a C, and now we go to the B, but the first note on the B is just a single note, not a whole chord, and it's the 9th. So we take the same shape we had on D flat, and we play it 2 frets lower. So we start with a C sharp, and then we play the whole chord. So we have the C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and then A. Now the next chord is gonna be a B flat 7, sorry. So these 3 fingers go another half step down, but this time we don't play the 9 up there, we play the roots. So we're playing the B flat with the first finger, kind of a beret with the first finger. So B flat, G, D, and then A flat. So that's your, again, if you had the B flat in the bass, it would have been a B flat 7. The next chord is just the same chord. We play the flat 13 instead of the 13. So now we have the 13, the G. So we just play a G flat instead. So we have a B flat, G flat, D, and then A flat. So the next chord is still on the B flat, but it kind of sounds a bit like a sub 5. So it sounds like an E7, especially because we have this B in the bass. So it's just a G flat, a D, A flat, and a B. And now it just takes this chord, half step down, and this is your E flat 7. So it kind of stays on the B flat basically, but has this sub 5 kind of sound to it because of the B in the bass. And this is the one of the new chorus. So I'll play just a 10 around maybe once again, so you can follow it. Okay, so I hope that made sense for you. Make sure you get the timing right. So I played it in the beginning of the video, I played it with a metronome, so that should help you get the time right. That's very important as well. And if you want to check out the PDF, I'll be uploading a link below the video, so you can purchase the PDF and have a closer look at the whole chord solo that Pete plays on that blues. Other than that, likes and comments are always appreciated, and I'll see you next time.